this is how they close here. Too smooth.
It's actually good. I thought we were going to see them kind of fly off of Sandy Strip with the blob that they use, with the shockwave grenade, but no, clean, simple, sticking to the game plan, just a different fashion. On over to Painted Palms. Last game, Monster, we saw Rise and Curly actually split this drop. I'm not sure how much that played in a role into them being below the damage threshold for a good portion of the early game, but this time around, it seems like they're refusing to actually split it unless they get forced by some other way.
Yeah, I'd argue that this is working fine for them. They were in way too much of a stressful situation, given that they, again, like you just mentioned, played it very passively and moved out. I'd like to see them engage a little sooner, not have that early surge issue, and then go for better positioning later. And as we talk about that, unfortunately, Jesus just gets gifted the team that was lurking nearby, so could have arguably earned those moves themselves, but on over to Shadow and Virgo here for a moment. We've got Net and Prom on the back heels here, pushing back. Seems like their ambush was a bit of a failed attempt here.
Not bad, but also not too surprising from Shadow and Virgo. They kind of land just south of Frigid Fortress. They go ahead and loot up rather quickly, and then they kind of get options depending on where the zone is actually going. They can stay at their POI if it's moving towards the north, but they also have quick access to multiple mountains on the south side of the zone if it does pull in that direction. They might have to go through a few teams, but it also works in their benefit. They're able to get surge just like you see there. And all over the map, you're seeing so many different strategies. Some OG, just like the bush camp, just wait and see if somebody makes a mistake. And right now, Snake just was a little bit too out in the open by himself. Boogie and Cash, they cash in on that damage.
A little bit of initiation, but they have a lot to be desired. Not too much medium ammo here. It's going to be almost dependent on the pistol. And realistically, they need to get back to looting or finish up this fight quickly. They'll be in for a bad mid-game. Jumping over to Broken and Sandman. Yeah, this is going. Quick little set of eliminations here at Squiggly Shores. Clean things up, and that's going to be the full finish, so they have a chance now to go and get back in the game, too. You always tell by the lack of builds, of course, what teams have been in extended standoffs, if you want to call it that.
Especially in a spot like this where you can easily max out your break, 500 mats there, but seeing how they actually were able to pick up that elimination kind of quickly in a 2v1, and that's what happens when you have the numbers advantage. Some teams will back off, let the solo escape, maybe go for the reboot later. Others specifically play aggressive. 3 points per elimination when it will get an elim, Skidler there, get another elim, and it just goes to show, like, hey, if you're one of those teams that land just on the edge of the map, depending on where the zone pulls, you don't really have much time to loot up and get early. About 86 people up in game one when Storm Surge pop. Well, guess what? Right now there's 81. Storm Surge is going to pop soon.
Yeah, but still on pace, right? Very fast game so far as the action here on the NA region. Dojo and Aoxy, very consistent, smooth team. They've been in so many endgame finals. They seem to have things under control here. You gotta appreciate a team that's just able to kind of farm up good tags, find their knocks, right? And really not have to overexert themselves. They're not even getting greedy to finish up 1v1. So really showing you the temperament, right, of a team that has been in finals before.
Out from a distance. Avenger Sniper won the actual fight for Wonky Land. They're having some trouble gaining some traction from there. Couple of reboots and Sniper Dude still by himself. Across the map, Slips Toronto. Decent performance from Toronto and Slips in game 1. 9th place on the actual leaderboard. And if you're looking at consistency, you know, that was actually 5th place because Bucky and Zen have already qualified. So they just have to stay within this point threshold. And with the zone pulling north, the team in front of them, this is not going to be an easy game for Toronto and Slips to make it through.
50 points. You got a huge, I'd say 2 feet in the room, not a foot in the door. They're standing in the room right now because they're on their way. You know, for some, you have the pressure of actually having good points for the first time in this type of setting. It could be an extra bit of stress that actually hurts you. And Sniper Dude in the same situation. We talk about